No child of God is poor, just as no child of any president of any nation is poor. Any child of God that you see is poor, that you see or appears to be poor, is made poor by his or her pastor. You see, the shepherd is the one responsible for the sheep. If the sheep suffers lack, blame the shepherd, not the sheep. If you look at a sheep and say, this sheep is poor, listen, you are grossly mistaken. Look at the shepherd and see that the shepherd is the reason for any poverty you see concerning the sheep. No child of God, hear me, is poor, is to suffer lack, because everything that any child of God needs has been fully provided for by God. But the problem is that most of the pastors or the shepherds take what is meant for the sheep as theirs. That's the problem. In Jeremiah chapter number 23 and verse 1, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, says the Lord. The Lord has a pasture for his sheep, and the shepherd takes care of the pasture. Now, if the sheep does not feed from the pasture, don't blame the sheep, blame the shepherd, because there is enough provision for every sheep. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep. Why do you think the sheep scatters? There's only one reason: when the sheep is in search of food. So when there is lack, the people of God tend to suffer. They go from place to place in search of food. Not because the owner of the sheep has not provided for the sheep, but because the shepherds in charge of the sheep have taken what is meant for the sheep for themselves. There is a curse on the keepers or shepherds of the sheep who are causing the destruction and loss of the sheep of my field or my pasture, says the Lord. So let's know that no child of God is poor. Anywhere you see poverty in the church, know that the pastors are the one who has taken what is meant for the sheep for themselves. So let's hold them accountable from now. And this is for every pastor. Let's hold the pastors accountable for any suffering you see the sheep going through today. My prayer is that the sheep or the people of God will wake up and stop their shepherds from exploiting them. Peace.